Hello, everyone. Welcome to week number 4 of Die Party Hell Earth Expedition. We are ready to go. We are absolutely primed for ignition. We are missing one person because he's running late because of Bart, but he will be here. So we just decided to get started because I think we can. Let me go around the table and introduce everyone. First up, we have Jacob, who'll be playing Derek Thompson.
Yo.
We have Graham, who'll be playing Apollo Stingray. Following traditions
Graham.
of never saying anything.
Oi.
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 I will be playing
Oi.
Rex Holt. And we will have Frank later on joining us when he gets off the BART, the medical emergency BART. He will be playing Art Stratham. Wreckage, do you want to wind us in?
So, last time on Hollow Earth Expedition.
Uh-huh.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, thank you. Keep that up. Last time on Hollow Earth Expedition, you returned to the tea house after causing destruction in Shanghai, only to have the mysterious and enigmatic Dr. Zhang
Enigmatic. Enigmatic. No, I'm saying it wrong.
Pretty sure I got it right the first time, and then you just...
I'm not even going to try.
Enigmatic. Offer you a mysterious deal and reveal the secret of the Tamate Baco. With the secret revealed, you were able to... Rex Holt was able to use his perfect memory to recreate 3 sides of the Tamate Baco's hidden map, which Professor Clinton was able to decipher. With clearance from the Green Gang, and after checking in on Uncle Yu briefly, you headed by train to the Tibetan border of with China, the border that China shares with Tibet. It's a border between Tibet and China. You went there, you did it. The Green Gang's diplomatic seal allowed you to pass through the militarized border unharmed and even equipped with jeeps. Heading south through Tibet, you discovered a burning thing on the side of a river that you totally didn't care about, but talked about caring about for like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
then
you built it up and then we just ignored it. It was good.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Role playing is all about.
Eventually, you made it to the foot of a mountain, which you probably passed a couple foots of mountains because it's Tibet and the Himalayas. But you made it to one foot of a mountain where Professor Clinton informed you that it was the right foot of the mountain, and you started walking up of it, having left several of your NPCs and most of your supplies behind. You came to a mysterious stone staircase, which eventually led you to high in the mountains, and there was a cliff and a view and things. You saw an amazing and descriptive Buddhist monastery carved into the stone face with large statues and a precarious path that you would surely fall to your death if I made you roll athletics to walk across it, so I didn't. Having heard gunshots earlier, you approach the monastery hesitantly and with guns drawn. Archie, who's not here right now because he's late, and so we should make fun of him for being late, he looked into the Tibetan monastery with his shotgun at the ready, only to be deftly disarmed by one of the monastery's monkish inhabitants. Agreeing to put down your weapons to gain entry, you saw before you a mysterious ceremony in which the head monk appeared to heal bullet wounds from his wounded comrades, which You guys were like, that's nifty, but we're not really going to ask about that. Instead, you asked whether or not the Nazis had been there, and he confirmed that they indeed had been there, seeking treasures that he was not allowed to give them. When the purpose of your mission became known to him, however, he led you to a mysterious solitary room where he said you could be tested to gain what you seek. It turned out that the room was a big trapdoor, and all of you fell into a over-the-top puzzle dungeon, which is where we left off with you having solved the first puzzle by burning yourselves alive. So, with 8 puzzles left, this should be pretty good.
I really don't feel like we solved anything.
No, I don't think
I
we
don't feel.
solved anything.
I don't feel accomplished.
Yeah. Okay, so we're outside.
Well,
the
you turned
first-
off a fire.
Yeah, we turned off the fire, and let me just swap to the correct page here. So we have like a little thingy-mabobby, or whatchamacallit, that looks kind of like a
Fascinating.
penis.
Yeah, very phallic.
Very phallic in design. It's almost impossible for Wreckage to not draw a phallic object.
Yes,
It's a monkey.
because, well, if your penis looks anything like that, you should really consult a doctor.
What, gold with little balls hanging off of it? Yeah, man.
And also 3-pronged coming off of a center orb. Yeah, that is not a human penis. You might be an alien.
Anyway,
Defense mechanism.
so we shut off the first little orby thing over here, I believe it was. And that, in turn, has not shut off this one. So I have a suspicion that we have to shut off this one, and then this one.
Can we get a recap over what the things say?
Yeah, I got it right here.
Yeah, he writes it down because he's a good little writer-downer.
Actually, I didn't write that down. I think we wrote it in the actual game here. So let's just double check. For some reason, someone decided to roll 400
I
million.
a good idea of
Door 1, annoyance. Door 2, hatred. Door 3, aversion. Sorry. Yeah, and then
we did the
also-
version, right?
Pacing them in later on.
and then he read another thing at the back of the room, which read like "put out fire, aversion, put out fire, suffering, nirvana." Yeah.
Those were the words that he was able to decipher on a much larger tablet.
Hmm. Yeah. And
So, like, what state are we in? Like, are we burned? We didn't get burned or anything, did we?
Uh,
I mean, I feel like Jacob did.
Jacob took lethal damage. Nobody else did.
Okay, so we're all fresh and just kind of like confused.
Yeah, you're a little discombobulated. Nothing systematic.
Apollo will exclaim to the party.
Yes.
What is all this about? What's the point of this?
it's a monk test. It's bullshit. Just go with it. I mean,
I don't know what that means. I should never have came down here. I should have done what I trusted Professor Clinton, who is here or not here.
No, he didn't go down with you.
He didn't go down.
Professor Clinton. I came to find Nazis. And there's no Nazis here, so I'm not a happy camper.
well, how do you think I feel? I mean, I'm in a fucking underground cave, locked in here with a British man and a failed American. What were you doing again? Archaeology? Ugh.
Yeah, what is your job? What do you do?
I've
What
told
is it
you
you
before.
say you do here?
I'm an archaeologist on this day. I'm also the only one that can actually read these damn things.
Do you want to dig us out of here then? Like,
Oh yeah, good call.
That's-
When you get I'll find a shovel or something.
maybe any sort of
There's
round
shovels.
object to eat
Are
off
there any
of?
shovels? Any shovels in here?
There's no shovels in your immediate vicinity.
I don't see any shovels, guys.
So, Mr. Archaeologist, what do you suspect we need to do to get out of this?
Well, going by what I did the first time, we need to go into each of these doors and presumably solve some sort of contrived puzzle in order to turn off all these fires.
Why don't we just put the fires out?
Something tells me that won't exactly work as well as you think.
These monks are fucking stupid. Okay, well, let's just fucking solve the puzzles, I guess. I mean...
Okay, what's the next thing? In character, what's the next thing? I say to Jake, Derek.
Derek, yeah.
Well, let's try this hatred door.
That's the one literally right next to us.
The one in the middle, I believe.
Well, the three next,
Awesome.
there are two next to you now that are not off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I believe it's the middle one that's hatred, so...
The other one is annoyance, and I mean, there's no space between them. It's all
Annoyance.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Alright, let's go in there. I mean, we are visibly annoyanced right now, so... we pull the lever to go in, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Door slides open. Skoosh. Or you know, maybe Star Trek door noise, or stone on stone door noise. Whatever your preferred door noise is, comes out of this door. Chat's being
Mr.
funny.
Archaeologist, lead the way.
Yes, please.
Glad.
The room before you.
Please, enlighten me.
The room before you looks identical to the previous room, in that it is a large domed room, circular in its shape. You are on one side. There is a stone bridge, and then there is another side upon which a fire sits on a plinth.
All right.
Stone bridge.
I will advance towards the bridge.
It's invisible.
The bridge is visible.
Welcome, Frank. Glad you could join us.
Yep, sorry about that. Medical stuff on public transit. Always fun.
So, quick recap. We left the other room, walked into the room right next to it, pretty much.
Yeah,
Alright,
we're in
cool.
the hatred room.
Puzzle rooms. You're in the annoyance room, actually.
What? We said
Of course,
to
the
go into
annoyance is
hatred-
a
Rex said
puzzle
that
room.
you went to the annoyance room because you were all very annoyed. Or that he pulled the lever on the annoyance room.
Okay, we're in
I
the
think he was
annoyance
just-
room now.
Well, I thought he was just making a joke. So,
Well, there's an
Whatever.
annoyance
It
room.
make-
he
it make-
said
I-
he chose.
It functionally makes no difference.
Yeah.
Yes. Don't quibble over it. Just if you want to be in the hatred room, we can be in the hatred room. If you want to be in the annoyance room, we can be in the annoyance
I
room.
don't.
Doesn't really matter. They're all
Yes.
dumb monk rooms anyway, so...
Yes, pretty much. So, assuming you're in the annoyance room, it is a domed circular room with, it's identical to the previous room. On your side, there is a stone platform. There is a stone bridge to another stone platform on the other side that has a fire on a plinth.
I look over at Derek, and I sort of like put my hand out and like motioning him to jump through the fire again.
I jump. I don't think I can take another jump.
Well, work something out then. Can I do a perception check in here real quick?
Yes, you can.
Alrighty. I think everyone should do a perception check, to be honest with you. But...
Well, they must declare that they are attempting to do so. Or I will call for one, should the need arise.
Yep, I'll do one once I get my numbers there. Alright.
That's not a bad roll from me. Shit.
What was perception again?
It's on your sheet, man.
Yeah, I remember. That's one of the secondary.
Intelligence plus willpower. Okay.
Yeah. Do you not have your sheet open or something?
I was loading it actually. 5d2.
Oh no, wait, it's fine.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Better
I'm
than
doing
expected.
as well. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, how nice. Apollo
Numerical.
and Archie, below the stone platforms that you stand upon and the stone bridge that connects them, there is just a gap, a chasm goes down, and it is shrouded in darkness. Apollo and Archie, you believe that you can hear whispering, perhaps, or something much like it, coming from that darkness. Rex and Derek, You believe you hear some sort of animal-like chittering, and Rex, you perhaps see some sort of movement down there.
Hmm.
Hold on, be quiet. You hear that?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
I think we all hear it.
I think it's whispering. Sounds like people.
It's actually probably an animal.
I agree with the PI here. I think it's an animal of some sort.
Definitely whispering.
Well, why don't you go down there and say hello? I'm sure they'll be happy to talk louder.
I mean,
You guys realize I still got that whiskey bottle? I can make like a Molotov or a little mini torch. We can drop something burning down there, see what it is.
I don't know that's a good idea, to be honest.
Good, yeah, good call.
Okay. I pass the bottle around if anyone wants a swig.
I'll take a
I'll
swig.
take one.
Take a small one.
I guess we're drawing straws to see who goes across the bridge.
I sit down on my butt and I start rubbing my leg and I'm like, someone else can do it.
I'm an old man.
I'm an old
Yeah.
man.
All right. I think I
I'm
might have the
disabled.
I think I might be the most I guess what's the way of saying this in context? I look like I'm one of the toughest of the group. Why don't I go for it?
I feel like Apollo is probably the toughest looking of the group.
I think that's probably up for question.
Mm-hmm.
All right, why don't you
okay.
stick some knives in the ground and do a fist fight? You know.
Well,
See
I was
who's
thinking,
tougher.
well, out of context, Apollo, what's your health at?
6.
Okay, I got a 7, so.
Boom! Your muscles
I
have
don't
been
know.
out-muscled.
Biznatch! No.
I will say that Apollo and Archie, no perceptible difference in their healthiness
okay.
and sturdiness
Okay.
is
So they both
viewable.
look roughly about the same.
They both look very tough and tough as nails, and it's certainly it would be impossible to tell the difference between a 6 and a 7.
Yeah.
Unless
okay.
you had some sort of, appraisal of body skill type thing.
Talking like, yeah. Super
So
science
you can
stuff.
always size people up type of, maybe I'll write that advantage if it isn't in there already.
Okay. Then in that case, Apollo, you want to go or you want me to go?
I don't think it matters. One of you needs to go.
Yeah.
Unless you want to hold hands and do it together.
Yeah. No.
We.
You know what? You go. I'll protect anything that attacks us. I'll protect these guys. So you go, and
All right.
I'll be here.
All right. I'm gonna cross the bridge. I'm gonna try to jump through any fire as fast as I can.
All right. This bridge is as long as the previous bridge. However, as there is no curtain of fire yet materializing, there's not necessarily anything to leap through and then get it over and done with. So you pass over
right.
cautiously or run with your hair
Yeah,
on.
I'm gonna try to be cautious about the whole thing. Like I'm not like running, skipping, and cartwheeling across, but I'm going across. I'm not like
A
going inch by
penitent
inch.
man
either.
shall pass, you could say.
Yep. Except instead of penitent man, I'm trying to like figure out how to like if haikus are even worth all the trouble, or if I'm gonna go back to epic form of the poem stuff.
You're so diligent in like being cautious that you're actually daydreaming about poems. I like it.
Oh yeah, I'm not the brightest tool in the shed.
But you are a tool, and we are using you effectively.
Let's find out. So all right, I go across, cautiously optimistic.
All right. Just as you start to cross, are you holding anything?
I got my shotgun in my hands. That's about it.
Shotgun in hands.
Oh,
both hands.
dang it. Well, I mean, yeah, it's kind of
I'd imagine it'd be like on the back of his
Yeah.
shoulder, sort of thing, with one hand, and he's being
like
all
I've got
casual
a
about it.
strap for it and all that, but I'm holding it in my hands. Like I'm ready. That cautious
So
means weapon
it's
ready.
strapped onto you, is what you're saying.
Mhm.
Are you sure?
Really?
Um,
And
Although
was
I got-
that the case before I said something
No,
suspicious
in
about
all- in
whether
all
or not
honesty-
you were holding
no.
anything?
No, in all honesty, if I was holding the shotgun, I don't know if the strap would actually be attached to me, being that I'm holding it. So
Okay,
balls
are you
in
holding?
my
Okay,
honesty.
okay, all right. I appreciate your honesty. that honesty will be rewarded in the next life, but not this one.
By losing your shotgun. All right. So,
Ooh, 10.
Good.
that's how much damage I take.
You're dead.
You're dead.
Your shotgun is fine, though.
You dissolve.
You're
shotgun
instantly
is
turned
fine.
ash.
As you make
Your
it,
soul is now stored in the shotgun.
as you make it about a fifth of the way across the bridge, suddenly from out of the blackness, something rushes, and it collides with your head, and keeps going back into the blackness on the other side. Archie, Frank,
Mm-hmm.
your ears are ringing. You can no longer hear.
Oh.
Okay.
Watch out!
Why isn't he paying attention to
Fucking
us?
ball sack shit. So do I have
Whoa,
any
take it
idea
easy.
what? Well, I mean, I had some. I'm actually yelling really loud. Guys, did you guys see what hit me? Ow.
You can hear the ringing, but nothing else.
Yeah,
Not
I
even
can't
your
hear,
own
I
voice.
can't hear the answer. I'm just like yelling really loud instead of talking normally, like deaf people do.
Okay.
I try to see what hit me, and I guess just keep going. Like
I turn to Derek and I'm like, so what happens if you can't read the thing at the end of the thing?
oh,
That's a
fuck.
good. Yeah, that's a good point.
oh.
I'm still going, just now I'm deaf. So great. You guys can't tell me anything either. Even better.
Huh.
All right. I'm gonna keep going.
Whatever
I got an idea for what to do if I
Oh
can't.
shit. Okay.
Oh,
As you make it 2 fifths of the way across the bridge, something else rushes out of the inky blackness, collides with your head.
Arch, don't go down there anymore. Don't go any farther.
And your vision becomes incredibly blurry. You can only see shapes and
Okay.
colors.
Okay, just
Uh,
stop.
Stop.
I can't hear you guys. I can't hear what you guys are saying, and now I can't see you if you try waving. I can see shapes
Yeah.
and colors. So
I imagine you would.
I'm
stop.
seeing things
I mean,
like
well, you
brown
could see
version-
a shape moving at the other side. If you look back to them, you will see them. You will see shapes moving their arms, but you can't see any specifics at all.
Okay. I'm gonna put my shotgun. I'm gonna sling my shotgun on my shoulder with the sling now
Okay.
because something's hitting
Okay.
me and I can't see it at all.
All right.
I look around.
I guess guys,
I-
I'm gonna go get him. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell. Why aren't you guys? What the hell? Why aren't you guys saying anything? Hello?
Well, I mean, if you
I'm
can hear,
gonna
you
go-
can only hear
I
ringing.
can't hear.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not like you can hear.
I'm going to collect him.
All right. As
All
you
right.
get 1/5 across the bridge, Apollo.
Well, at least it's not
Jesus.
10.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Something rushes out of the inky blackness.
I
It fe-
karate chop. Yeah.
All right, give me a
Can
brawl
I
roll.
punch? Can I punch in reflex?
Yeah, give me a brawl.
I knew.
Give me your brawl
I knew
attack.
it was coming. I was ready for it.
Give me your brawl attack.
You keep saying that.
You punch old man Whitaker in the face.
Yeah.
His mask comes off. Holy shit, a
4.
10? Wow, man, shit.
Damn.
4 successes.
Trust me. I'm a professional.
You see the movement out of the corner of your eye coming from, most of these attacks have been coming from the right and then ending up on the left. You see it coming from the lower right in the corner of your eye. Your fist swings out, and it feels like punching a bunch of dust.
Like, as in like a stream of dust and you just punch it?
Take that dust.
You get a really good look at it though because you're punching it. It looks like some sort of serpent with a lion's head, or something like that. It's hard to make out specifics.
Seems weird.
You believe you make contact with your fist, but it keeps going, and it feels like it makes contact with your throat. Apollo, you now have laryngitis. You can't speak more above a whisper. Also, your right fist, which you punched it with, is completely numb.
Quickly, Engelard, roll a monster check.
Wrong game.
Oh, okay.
It disappears into the inkiness to the left.
Jeez. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I gotta keep going though.
Once I see Apollo move, I stop going forward.
I'll turn back to Rex Holt and Derek. God, I can't remember your name.
Yeah.
And I'll put my hands up like hold on, I got this under control.
Okay.
And I'm gonna
hold on, I got this. It's under control.
I'm gonna point at Arch and I'm gonna give him the come hither motion, like come back this way because it's bad news.
Okay, Archie, he gives you the come hither to come back this way.
All right, if I
Can't really see
understand
that though. It's more like you see a big shape and it's on the bridge now with you, and something sort of moves in front of it.
But his
And
mustache
it's
is
undulating?
really clear.
It's undulating.
Okay. Does it look? Is it like a familiar? You know what? I figured they're probably going to send someone after me. I'm kind of blind and deaf here, so all right, I'm going to get on hands and knees. I'm going to start crawling towards it.
Towards the shape, the big shape.
Yeah, the undulating shape that smells faintly of whiskey that I.
Do you have
gave
like a
them
directional
earlier.
sense when you're like this, or at all? Or?
I mean, I
He's
can
using
see
his
shapes.
hands and feet.
He didn't
He's
see
not gonna
shapes,
fall.
so
I can see shapes, so I can see the floor, and I can see that I'm on a
Okay,
bridge,
cool,
and
yeah.
I'm crawling, so I don't want to. And I got
Well,
my
yeah, and
Yeah.
with his hands on the thing, he's not. His hands are not. He'll notice that his hand's going off the edge if he's going off the edge.
Yeah. So.
I'm not really gonna. If you're gonna crawl, you're gonna be just fine. As you move into the first fifth of the bridge,
Holy fuck, dude!
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Okay.
I duck.
Actually, I'm crawling, and if it still gets me, then there's not much to do. Like,
I'm
ducking.
gonna jump really
Nice.
high. Can I dive back to where they are? Because I only went to the
From the
first
right.
bit of the bridge.
Hey, out of the inky blackness, one of those serpent things lunges at Archie, not at Apollo, and collides with his head. Archie, you are now really, really dizzy.
Great.
Adventure, this is the best you've ever rolled in your entire life.
Yeah.
I this is wasted on this. I don't want to roll. Like, this is just where it hits you on the body, and I'm getting the highest percent of critical hits I've ever gotten.
All right. So now I'm like
hurt.
Yeah.
vomiting.
Easy. I'll grab him by the hair,
Okay.
that looks like
and I will begin to walk back.
He's in the exact same square that you're in. So
Yeah,
'cause
I know. I'm gonna grab him by the hair and
you only
and
moved
drag him
2 in. You
back
moved
to the
1 in. He moved 1 back.
If my hat falls off, I slurl through my bile and vomitingness. That like, don't lose a hat.
I'll take his hat off and put it on, and then I'll take him back.
Okay.
As you move off the
Like
bridge,
Indian hat.
Apollo
Mhm.
and Archie.
Oh,
Uh,
I tuck and roll.
From the right, 2 serpents leap. One passes through Archie's chest. And-
Can we see these serpents now, out of curiosity? Because they're right near the entrance now.
Hold on 1 second. I'm getting. Oh, never mind. Probably a telemarketer. Doesn't matter. Real life still happens in the outside from these games. I mean, you've been able to see dark figures lunging at them the entire
Alright,
time.
then I would argue at this point I would have had my pistol out. Am I able to take a shot?
Please don't shoot me. The way this is rollings are going, I feel like I'm gonna get shot right now.
shot
I
in the
mean-
face.
These things are moving faster and are smaller than, it'd be like shooting sparrows, but you can try.
Hey Rick, when that thing got me in the chest, did it pass all the way through, like
It feels like it hits you
non-corporeal,
in the
or was it like
chest.
was it like a rock bouncing off, or was it like something that I could
Feels
feel
like
going
it hits
through?
you in the
Yeah.
chest.
Okay.
Nanomachines.
Apollo has had a
So-
more intimate experience of whether or not they are corporeal.
Okay.
Anyway, you
Hey,
both get hit
I'll-
in the chest.
I'll-
Rex, you can
I
take a
see
shot
Rex.
if you want. I assume you're not going to be aiming for.
No, I'm not
That-
actually going to take a shot, but I'm going to take a look at the spot that they pass every time they get hit.
I'm certainly going to put my hand up in protest against the gun plan.
I'm not,
Uh,
yeah, I'm not taking a shot, don't worry.
Yeah, I was. I don't like.
Well, I mean, like the way you described it was like a slow-moving thing that you're able to punch. So, like, I figured we could take a shot at it. But if they're moving way too fast, then
Archie, you start having trouble breathing. Apollo, you get heart palpitations.
holy fuck.
Okay.
Jesus.
Okay.
Can I make
But
an
you
action?
both make it completely off the bridge, and you're back on the platform.
All right.
Yeah.
I take it at this point I'm pretty
I'll
much
get
useless for
down
the time being.
I'll sit down and lay down on the ground.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I look at
Frank,
Rex.
You're blind, deaf, and dumb at this point.
I look at
But
Rex
I
and
could
just-
still talk really loud and vomit, apparently. So
You're dizzy. You're not. I mean, you could vomit if dizziness is a problem that your character has, but it's just dizzy. It's not
Okay,
vomit-inducing.
Well,
all right.
I'm going
In
to
that
look at
case,
Rex
I'm
and
just
just go. Something tells me. I think I figured out the point of this room.
Is there a rock around the room?
Sure, there's rocks all over this place.
I'll
It's
take a
just-
rock and I'll sort of throw it past the point of where the specters come out.
Nothing happens. It
Hmm.
clatters
I'll,
harmlessly on the other side.
I'll look expectantly at Derek and see what he was going to say.
Well,
I'm gonna kind of hold tight and see if this stuff wears off ever, or if I'm screwed like this forever.
Derek just said he had an idea.
no, I just said I think I know the point of this room, or the
Oh,
gim-
do share.
Do share.
if this is since this is annoyance, and it looks like those two are being smacked around as they walk across that bridge over there, then, and it looks like at least Arch is a bit indisposed currently. It appears
I
that
can't
it's
hear you. What are you saying? Keep going.
And well, apparently he's deaf now, but something just tells me that that this room is. I don't think that it will kill us, but it will annoy us to all hell and possibly make us, whoever crosses the bridge, basically worthless.
I want to do a medical check on on one of them. Probably Archie, because he's been through most of those points.
Okay.
The better test subject
Why
right
don't
now.
you roll me your medicine to just check him over?
Yeah, it's not to like heal him or anything like that. So
Right, you just want to try and get an appraisal.
4.
4. So you can definitely detect a slight wheeze in his breath. And when you look at his eyes, his pupils are constricting and dilating over and over again, so he can't really focus. Just
now,
slightly.
Does my healing kit have something like smelling salts or anything like that in there that are used to, like, World War II stop someone from
Yeah,
being nauseous?
they
sort
have
of thing?
they have smelling salts for waking women out of fainting, but sure, you can have smelling salts.
Well, I mean, more like, they give it to people in the war when they're, like, vomiting a lot and that sort of stuff, and they make them smell it, and is that a thing? Because I remember that being a
No,
thing.
that's not really a
I've
thing.
never heard of that. Smelling salts is to wake you
Yeah.
up when you're unconscious.
All right, so
Smelling salts are literally ammonia.
okay, yeah, I'll get get some of that, and I'll just sort of put
Sure,
it under his
you-
nose or whatever. See if it does anything.
I wheeze and sneeze and scream. What the hell?
Why aren't you
It
dizzy and
smells
shit?
bad.
Like, I thought that was the whole
Smelling
point.
salts don't fix dizziness.
Okay, whatever.
kinda snap
Then
you out.
I just sort of laugh and I put it back. I'm like, well, I have no idea.
Well,
Yeah,
learned
God
that
damn
smelling
it! What
salts
the hell?
is the important thing.
What was that?
We've learned that smelling salts won't work is the important thing.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Now I'm wheezing and sneezing.
Well, the only way that I could potentially see this going through is maybe, like, we could close our eyes and cross it. See if that does anything. Maybe it's sight-based.
I
or
shake
something
my
like that.
head at that silently.
I mean,
I'm kind of just laying on
these
my.
heart palpitations are really weird.
I'm not really the type of
I-
man
can
that
I-
investigates ghosts, you see.
I'll
This is
point
more
to
your-
Derek. I'll point to Derek, and then I'll make like a throwing motion towards the fire.
I can't throw the man.
I can't throw him either.
All right. Real quick,
I was saying I can.
Oh.
Oh,
Throwing a
Um,
person is well, you can try, certainly. I wouldn't stop.
I know.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, I know that I probably won't succeed, but that's what Apollo's. It's called role playing, you guys.
yeah,
yes, we know.
yeah, you guys.
we know.
Better.
I'm the GM. I have to tell you that what the difficulty of a situation. Yeah, for your own decision making.
So, Derek, what do you suggest we do then? This is your realm of expertise.
Well, why don't we look to see what's in the other room first, before we willingly go across this bridge and become like them?
I look down at the other two. Are they recovering in any way?
You two are not recovering in any way.
It doesn't seem like we have much choice. I mean, we can leave them here.
I smack the ground a couple times to get everyone's attention.
Around, can't I?
What?
I'm gonna smack the ground a couple times to get everyone's
Okay,
attention.
you can smack the ground a couple times. What did Apollo say?
Said I can still walk around, can't I?
Yeah, you're just still. You have heart palpitations and laryngitis.
Right. I'm still up and walking around, so I'm like looking at you like I'm part of the conversation. So what do you mean?
Oh, I take out. I'm like, guys, I don't know who's gonna get that thingy on the fire bowl, but if you can't read it, maybe it's a good idea to take a rubbing and bring it back. And I pull out my poetry book, the haikus, rip out a couple pages, and give him one of my pencils.
I'll pat him. I'll pat his shoulder.
I'm attempting to be helpful, not knowing what the hell's going on. Like, cool, all right.
Feel so reassured.
I'll take the book and just pat him and reassuringly.
I smile happily like I achieved something. And then
I'll give the book to Derek.
Well then. So I guess I'm going to look to Retz and just
I'll clap my hands loudly.
Oh, sorry, I did.
I think someone just has to. Oh, I can't. I think someone's just gonna have to power through it.
Yeah, just fucking Derek, you gotta go. Honestly.
Yeah, I got unlucky on the rolls, but I think unless you get like 4 really bad ones in a row, you can make it to the other side without anything bad.
I look between all of them.
I'll put my hand up like I can't speak, so I'm using my emotion. So I'm gonna point at the fire, and then I'm gonna point at the bridge, and I'm gonna point at myself, and then I'm gonna make a running motion, like a running in place motion.
Do you want to run or?
I'm saying. Well, I'll nod my head. I'm saying.
We have a pad and pencil, you fucking idiot, and I hand it to him.
I literally gave you guys paper and a pencil, but I don't know what's going on because I can't hear you guys.
He's Apollo. He was actually enjoying miming for a little while.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, good call. I'll write on the paper that we'll running. Well, see, he was walking, so I'm saying if we run faster, maybe there's less. Maybe I can outrun them.
Is there any markings? Is there any markings on the floor where they cross wreck? Yeah.
There's no marking. I mean, there's no discernible markings.
I mean, but you said 5 foot in every time it happens, and I'm like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, about 1/5 of the way, about 2/5 of the way.
Okay. All right. Well, then I look at Derek and I'm like, well, be quick.
Apollo, can you write?
I'll write that I want. I'll write that I want to try.
Okay, just take the paper and pencil, and when you get to the other side, see if you can copy down what you what's there.
Or do a rubbing.
Yeah.
I'll nod my head once. Give one nod.
All right.
Then I'll back up to get a good start.
Okay.
Then I'll begin to sprint across the bridge.
All right. You are now
Dramatic.
sprinting. And then we got sued by Warner Brothers.
It's actually Disney now.
And it's still bigger than Lucas made it.
They got everything from Lucas, so 1/5 of the bridge. You get.
Well, at least we know.
You get hit. One of them rushes out from the inky blackness to your right, hits you in the throat.
Don't stop for nothing.
You already have laryngitis.
Give him really bad congestion too.
Yes, congestion. Your throat fills with mucus, and you develop a slight cough.
Stop for nothing.
All right, the 2 fists of the way across. Um,
Oh, that's better. Your penis falls off.
Yes.
yeah.
Stop.
Don't stop for
You
nothing.
grow a tail.
The penis is dead to me now, literally. I keep going.
Not important. Next.
From the right, something else passes through your right leg. Your right leg, the knee locks up,
That'll
which is
slow
really
you down.
discerning because you're mid running stride. Can I get an athletics check to not stumble?
I suppose.
Yeah. Yes, please.
2.
2 successes. You stumble a little bit, which you don't fall plummet to your death or anything.
Goody.
But you sort of fall out of your run while you pass through the 3rd fifth of the bridge. Something leaps out of the darkness, passes through your right shoulder, and your shoulder becomes also arthritis type style pain, very painful muscle, pulled muscle in your shoulder, not like dislocated or anything, but just painful. And
Don't stop.
don't stop, won't stop.
Don't stop me now.
Yo, man, fuck this bridge. Am I right? Like, holy shit. Like,
Yeah,
fuck
I
this
mean-
bridge.
I mean,
It leaves
This
up
bridge
and
looks-
strikes you in the throat. You get
You not-
You know what? I don't have much throat left, so.
you get really, really bad halitosis. You get really bad breath.
Yeah.
You can smell it.
Don't
It's
stop.
awful.
See,
I'm talking
you went from
so-
debilitating to just fucking stupid. Like,
Well,
No,
I never like how many things can go wrong with a throat before he suffocates to death.
Ooh, he could like inhale. He could inhale a hair wrong or something.
it feels like
Yeah.
you were doing
Like
the
that
cinnamon
uncontrollable sneezing.
challenge, and your throat is now coated with delicious cinnamon.
Although I gotta say, in Rex defense, it's hard to think of a lot of minor throat issues.
it really
like
is really hard to think of
Yeah.
minor throat issues.
Maybe you talk like Louis Anderson now.
Keep going.
Last fifth.
3rd, 5th, 4th, 5th, 5th, 5th hits you in the right shoulder.
Damn.
Again, it is now actually dislocated.
Compound damage, man. Boom, boom.
Quite painful.
Okay.
Ow.
I can't say anything, so I don't say ow. I just grunt.
You kind of cough a little bit
That's
from the
good.
mucus. You are now on the other side.
With one working arm to write down on a piece of paper the things that are
Yeah.
on the thing.
Under control.
All right. There is
Jeez,
a
I hadn't even
flint
thought of
with
that.
a golden bowl holding a flame.
Is anything written on it?
No, not on the plinth or on the
Pick it
golden
up.
bowl.
I gotta
No.
pick it up.
When you touch the gold, it is hot to the touch, but it doesn't sear your hands.
Hot.
Is it? Can I knock it over?
No. You do see a little flower petal knob.
I'm sure he would be aware of what
Yeah.
happened last time.
This was previously described last time. You weren't there, but it is the same as the previous plinth. It looks like a drinking fountain dial, only instead of little rungs, it's like a flower petal. 4 flower
Mess with
petals.
that, see what happens.
and a block. When you turn it in one direction, the fire goes off. And all of your ailments go away,
Woo!
including yours, Archie.
Wait, does
I-
his shoulder relocate? How does
Yep.
that work?
Ow! I say loudly as it relocates.
So if he
Holy
if he
shit, I
turns it
can
back
hear you
on,
guys.
does his shoulder pop out again? Like,
I don't know. Do you turn it back on?
Don't touch that goddamn pot. I pull out my shotgun. I will fucking shoot you if you touch that goddamn pot.
My hand slowly reaches to the pedal.
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
my god.
Okay,
I-
okay.
no one's
I
listening
won't.
to what I do, man.
I really want to press it again, but I won't. Just see what happens out of curiosity. But Apollo's not that curious.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say What now? From across the bridge.
Can you take a rubbing?
The fire on your side that hangs over the doorway has also gone out, and as well as that, behind the plinth, a stone panel has opened up, revealing another etching.
Write it down.
Yeah. Get that etching.
Yo, Fitty, hit that big ass ramp.
Can we still hear that whispering of the stuff in the chat chasm?
No.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Well, what does it say?
I don't know. It's in Sanskrit.
It's a Denny's. It's a Denny's
wingding.
What is
recipe.
it say in Sanskrit?
Sanskrit literally isn't even English letters, so.
What does it look
you
like?
can't even. It's not even.
Paint me a word picture.
Sanskrit's a bunch of lines and dots. Okay, you see a lot
I
of.
got a
clearly
bunch of lines
picture
over
of
here. I
cubes.
got a bunch of lines and dots over here.
Yeah, there's
Hues and
lines and
prettiness.
dots, and they sort of look really. It almost looks like a beautiful pattern that you might find on like a curtain or a blind, or it looks Eastern in its nature, something you might see in the Middle East or in
Does that
Tibet.
sound important, guys? Does this sound like something we're looking for?
Yes.
Take a rubbing.
Let me rub that down. Give it a good rub down.
There you
All
go.
right, guys, take a rubbing.
Yeah.
And all right, you get a rubbing. It takes
I'll,
a couple
I'll-
of
I'll-
to make the rubbing.
That's fine. I'll make my way back to the bridge and I'll inch my way out to the first fifth.
Nothing happens.
Oh, good. I'll walk back.
Yeah, you walk casually back and nothing happens.
Not
Well then.
easy. Okay.
Well, it seems like these are going to be pretty easy to get through. All we need to do is just walk through
There's,
the thing.
yeah, the stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Well,
here's-
Rex,
here's
next
the
time you go first, Rex.
Fine.
Well, yeah. Can I see that rubbing?
Yeah, here you go.
All right, you can roll me your linguistics. Remember that you have a bonus from having studied the professor's research.
+2, if I remember correctly, right?
62.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, I don't even get like an intelligence check.
Nope.
You literally, unless you have ever
I've
studied.
seen this specific symbol somewhere once before. It was on a sign once.
It was in a dream I had in an
It
opium
wouldn't
den.
even be on a sign.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
It was on a dream.
You see, you can only identify words that you've previously identified: suffering, nirvana, fire. Like,
None of it.
excuse, excuse me. You learn nothing new.
Oh, then.
Is the point?
Well, I think we just need to get rid of these fires, so why don't we just go into the next room and just power through whatever's there. I'm sick
Sure.
of this dank cave.
Yeah, me too.
I'm with Rex.
I'm not into this monk crap.
Yeah. So we go to the next
Yeah.
room.
All right. So just out in the hallway to the hatred room.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You pull the lever. The door
Big
makes
fan.
your big fan. Well,
Shows big fan of hatred.
yeah, interesting. The door makes your preferred door opening noise. And on the other side of the door is inky blackness.
Alright. I walk in, do a
Alright,
perception
Rex.
check.
Get in there. Yeah. No perception checks. Get in there.
I'm doing a perception check.
Your turn, Rex.
I got 6 successes. I see everything.
You see nothing.
You see every color of black.
We have a torch. Are you saying that we can't see anything from the torchlight?
You can see nothing. It illuminates nothing.
Is there? All right. Well, I'll keep going forward then, in the middle where
I'll
the
grab
last
him
one was.
So, yeah,
I'll grab him
when
by
he
the
steps
belt
into
so I
the
can let him
yeah.
walk in.
when he steps into the room, does he completely get covered in blackness, like a curtain, or is it? Can we see a little
Yes.
bit in there?
He also
Okay.
disappears once he steps through.
All right.
Good luck, Rex.
Thank you.
It's
Holding onto him.
Oh, you're holding on to him?
Yeah.
So you go in, like, following him? Does anybody else go along with in this fashion?
actually, you know what? I'm gonna take my
No.
belt off.
Just my arm.
Yeah.
I was holding
Hang on,
onto his
guys,
belt. I let him walk in.
We should like tie each other together or something. We got rope or a belt or something.
Why don't just one of us go in? That
There's
makes more
version.
sense.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah,
Rex,
just-
you're up. Your
Yeah.
turn.
Oh yes, please split the party.
So I'm just gonna walk in. Judging
Okay.
from my memory of the last two rooms we've been in, I assume I know where to go.
Maybe. Apollo, do you hold on to his belt still, or do you let him go when needed?
Well, I think it's a good idea. So I don't care if he goes in. I don't care if you guys don't want me to do it. I'm gonna hold on to him anyway.
Okay, but are you preventing him from going further, or are you following along?
Yeah, if I can still feel him, like if he doesn't like vanish or something. If I can still
Okay,
feel
he
him,
doesn't vanish.
Okay, I'll let him
You
go.
do follow along?
No, I'll let him go.
Oh, you let him go. So you let go after he vanishes from sight, but not from physicality.
Yeah.
You feel him let go of the back of
you
your
still
belt,
hear us?
Rex?
Cool.
You still hear us?
Yes, I'm here.
You can hear them.
Ooh.
Okay.
Mhm.
Let us know if you die.
Okay.
Also, you can hear his footsteps and his cane and everything.
Yeah, just keep tapping.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So
Actually,
basically,
yeah.
I'm gonna be using my cane to like a blind man sort of thing.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
So, okay, tried the flashlight, no light, right?
No light.
Tried the lighter, no light.
No light.
Okay. I take out a cigarette and I light it up and I start smoking and I just use my memory and walk to where I think the bridge is.
Okay. You guys hear walking, and it's not getting further away.
Hmm.
Do I
I'll
feel
reach back
anything
in, see if I
stopping
can
me?
feel him.
Nope.
Do I see the smoke from my cigarette?
You can see things like just a little bit out in front of you, but then it disappears. Like your hand
Rex?
doesn't disappear if you outstretch it, but
All right, I turn around and I walk backwards. Do I see anything different?
you immediately exit back into the hallway.
No, I mean like
Rex,
I
what?
walk backwards in the direction I was walking before.
You immediately exit out into the hallway, or you walk back. You turn.
Yeah.
Walking backwards.
I'm walking
Backwards.
backwards. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nothing's different. But I see what you're doing now. I understand the
I walk to
description.
I walk to the left and right and see if anything's different.
No.
Okay. I walk back to the room and I'm like,
Walk back out into the hallway.
I can't seem to go anywhere.
Wait, this is hatred, right?
Yes, it's hatred.
I load up around. I fire into the black. With the shotgun.
So first of all, everyone's ears hurt because this is it's a stone hallway. The sound reverberates.
yeah.
It's a
Sorry.
shotgun.
I keep
You
smoking.
all get some hearing
Sorry.
damage that is non-permanent but hurts.
Ow.
Sorry, guys.
It fires into the
Damn,
inky
what was that?
blackness, and there's seemingly no reaction.
I figured attacking hatred would do something, like, rage, fight hatred, but sorry,
You
guys.
still got that
this
root?
No, that won't work.
You still got that
It's
root?
all about,
Oh, actually, it is supposed to make you. Well, I don't think either one of us ate it. He's got half. I've got half.
I don't think I really don't think that's the point of this room.
I shoot a magic missile into the
I think-
darkness.
The
I think
whole
we need to do the opposite of hatred, and I'll say I
That's-
love
yes.
hatred.
Hold hands, walk through together,
Big fan,
whistling
I'll
merrily.
I love you so much, hatred. That's the opposite of hatred, right?
Uh,
that dissipates the blackness.
It would
So-
either be indifference or love.
No.
So
So the down the hallway where we came from, that big radial one, this
Uh-huh.
one here, is it still lit?
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's still lit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Is there a fire hanging over this door?
Oh, over the hatred door?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Is it like half lit, half black?
No, it's full lit. It's burning away.
Huh.
I want to go in there again, Rec,
Okay.
and I want to look at my wristwatch. Is
You
time
can see
proceeding?
the wristwatch. Yes.
Okay. Just
You do
making
not
sure it's not
suspect
like.
temporal shenanigans.
Yeah. Okay.
Do we have? All right. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
How far?
I'm just gonna keep walking around in there until I find something interesting.
You guys hear him
All right, well-
essentially not change position,
Yeah.
position as he walks.
I'm
While he's
going
doing
to.
that,
wa-
Do we? Go ahead.
Well, I guess after he does this for a little bit, I'm just going to walk in after him and try to
Okay.
find him with my hand in the darkness, or whatever.
All right. Derek, you enter the inky blackness, and
Yes.
although from the sound of it you should be meeting up with Rex, you do not see him. Anybody who can distinguish the sounds between a limping man with a cane and a healthy young adult will hear them both moving around in the darkness, but not progressing further.
Marco.
All right, guys.
Hold
All right,
on.
guys, come back out.
All right.
Come
Hang on.
back out.
They come
Wait,
back.
Do I
so-
have any, we have any like rope or long string or something, or like a? I guess I took my
let's go
belt
back to plan
off. How
A.
long? My belt's about arm's length. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm thinking tie something to the belt, probably the whiskey bottle since it's kind of expendable, and I'm gonna see how far I can throw it. I guess. Hang on. Can I borrow some extra belts or some rope or something? I want to see how far I can throw this before it stops doing whatever it does.
Well, I need my belt to keep
What do you
my
mean?
pants on. In fact, it's suspenders.
What do you mean? That doesn't mean anything. Do you mean?
All right. I'm gonna scratch my head and try to explain this because my guy ain't the brightest. I'm thinking they are getting too far. I want to see how far they can get. If I tie something heavy like this whiskey and tie some rope or some strings to it or something or a belt or whatnot, and I can throw it, we can get an idea of how far it goes before it stops. Because they're walking forward and
Plan
stopping.
A. Let's do Plan A before we start
Yeah.
throwing stuff. I'll hold on to Rex. You hold on to me, and I'm gonna go in there with him, and I'll see if I can still feel him if we're both in there.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Janet. All right. I like that. I like that idea too.
Yeah.
I feel
And
like
then
we're
I'll hold
bonding
on to
here,
Archie
Apollo, over our hatred of monks. As I walk in with him holding
Yeah,
my
I
belt.
do hate monks. Let's talk about hatred in here. That probably works.
Your hatred of monks. Your hatred.
All
They
right,
punch
so
me in the
with
face.
hands on each other, you entered the inky blackness.
Yes.
Who's
Yep.
going last, out of
Completely.
curiosity?
I do.
I
Apollo
probably would.
goes
I think
last.
it's just me. What?
No,
Well, it's
No, I think
I'm
me and
probably gonna go
no,
third.
me and Rex are both
Are in the-
disappearing.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I'll go
are other
third.
people coming with? Or,
Yeah.
No.
I'll come
Okay.
with.
Yeah.
So-
Okay.
I'll be the one
Who's going
staying
in
out.
last?
Me.
Derek, you're staying out
Derek's
completely?
not going in.
No, I'm
Staying out.
going in last.
Oh, okay, going in last.
No, stay out.
All right, now.
Stay out.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
he stays
okay,
out.
stay
Okay, he stays out.
Fucking hell, guys.
Jesus, you guys
Well,
make
there's
this
a
way
simple
harder
plan.
than it needs to be. You enter the inky blackness, and as soon as Frank, who is now last, enters the inky blackness, Rex and Archie, you suddenly find yourselves back in the hallway.
I can't feel him anymore.
Apollo, you have lost feeling of both Archie's hand on your shoulder and your hand on Rex's.
Oh, what are you guys doing back here?
I'll exit.
Wait. Did I just get back here?
Yes.
The hell? Where's? Hey, Rex.
You guys can't
where are
hear
you?
Apollo, and Apollo, you can't hear them.
I'll exit.
As you turn to leave, instead of the exit, you see a single solitary light coming down from the ceiling, illuminating something in the darkness.
This is like the fucking mage door bullshit. Anyway.
Wait. So, who's the one who sees the light?
Apollo, because he has the
Okay,
most
gotcha.
hatred for
My bad.
Nazis, obviously.
Hello?
You hear nothing.
Anybody there? I'll go see what illuminated.
As you get closer, you see it is a figure lying down in the light. And as you get closer still, you see that illuminated by the light from the ceiling is Magnus de Oswider, lying sprawled out on a surface, but not just any surface, the large circular surface that was the scene of your previous fight. This is him
Yeah.
lying unconscious in the light.
Interesting. Well, I guess I'll go up to him and I'll
Kick him in the nads.
No, I'll go up and I'll just kind of kick him to the side. I guess I have 3 medicine. I would be able to know how to check somebody's pulse, right?
Yes, that's enough to check to see if someone's alive, surely.
Okay, so is he alive?
Yeah, he's alive.
Okay, I'll try to smack him awake.
Smack him around a bit. And when you smack him, he suddenly disappears.
Okay.
Like sand in water. He sort of deforms almost.
Okay. I'll stand up very quickly and look around.
Well, and all around you, the lighting changes, and you suddenly find yourself in a wooden hallway, a creaky wooden hallway. In the distance, you hear the sound of some sort of ruckus, but much closer down the hallway from an illuminated door, you hear muffled speech.
Hello?
No response.
Anybody there?
I just had flashbacks of Lakes, Nevada just now.
I'll go down to the ruckus. What's that ruckus
In the
down there?
doorway is a woman, and she's making pies. No, I'm just kidding.
The room begins filling with
Oh
water.
no!
So do you head towards the room with the speaking?
Mm-hmm. Have to.
You get to the door, and the speech is still muffled from the other side, though there's clearly people moving around and having a heated discussion.
I'll just open the door. I don't think any of this is real.
Okay, well that's good. You open the door, and inside you see Magnus de Oswider, and his shoulders his arms are crossed, and he's frowning, and he's looking down at a much smaller man who has a very large mustache that gleams with wax, and he has a big old cigar.
Can you describe Magnus de Oswider for the folks playing at home?
Yes, he looks like Brock Lesnar.
He does.
Who?
Ooh.
Brock Lesnar, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion of the world.
No.
Graham was allowed to design his nemesis, and he proclaimed, "He looks just like this," and linked a picture of Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. he did.
So, Magnus
And
Oswider
Brock
is
Lesnar, he was
is
ripped
Brock.
on Sunday. I'll tell you what, he's probably ripped in there.
And he's got a really funny, weird sword tattoo on his chest.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, man, that sword
A
tattoo.
sword tattoo that goes down his sternum. It's pretty cool. Anyway,
only for Magnus de Oswider. That same sword tattoo has a swastika behind it.
yeah,
Which
of course
Brock Lesnar. We are not in any way here at Die Party insinuating that Brock Lesnar is a secret Nazi sympathizer.
Well, I mean, the swastika on his chest would have given him away a long time ago, I have a feeling.
Dead giveaway. He's not really a secret. No, okay. I'll stand and observe. Once again, I don't think any of this is real.
Just really likes windmills.
I do not want to do it, Magnus de Oswider says to the small man. And the small man says, "You'll do it and you like it, and you'll like it." And Magnus de Oswider slams his fist down on the table. "No, I could beat him fair." And the small man says, "I don't care if you can beat him fair. We're going to beat him unfair because I got money riding on this. And you do too. Your whole future rides on this."
I like this 1920s talk.
Thank you. The smaller man says,
He's got the talent.
"It's out of your hands, Magnus. And if you don't go along with it, well, you won't get your share."
I'll shut the door.
Magnus de Oswider throws his hands in the air and says, "Share? I don't need my share. Fine, I will give away my share. Do not do it." The man says, "Oh, don't push me, Magnus.
That's just really getting into it.
Don't push me, Magnus. I can do more than just deny you your share. I know where your brother lives." And Magnus, his face contorts in a frown. He grabs there's a cup of coffee on the table that they're arguing next to, and he grabs it in his fists and crushes it, and steaming coffee goes everywhere, and he throws it against the wall. Fine, I will do it. And suddenly the hallway shifts again.
Yeah. Okay.
Apollo, you see yourself walking in an inky black
Do I
hallway.
hate myself?
I hate me.
It suddenly becomes clear.
Years of psychology. A single meeting.
This is very cathartic for Apollo.
Yes.
You see yourself stumbling around in the darkness with the power out, but you can see yourself. You can see yourself, however, can't see. I know it's really complicated. You can see you, but you can also see that you can't see. Gotcha.
I'm very smart.
Who do you voodoo, bitch?
As you move down the hallway, you see yourself coming up on a T in that hallway, in which on either side are some muscular-looking men with baseball bats.
Do I recognize these men?
You don't recognize them.
Interesting.
As yourself reaches the tee, both men swing their baseball bats low, and there's a sickening double crack as they collide with your knees. You howl in pain, and you remember the howl exactly as it was.
Yep. It was rough.
You hit the ground, and the scene shifts again to the big fight, the ring, and you're there, and your knees are bandaged up, but you're wobbling, and you're bloody.
I can still fight. I imagine the image Apollo says I can still fight, and then I kind of say the words very softly as well.
Or you know how someone will like watch a video for like forever that they just sort of mouth it? I'd imagine it'd be like that.
Yeah, I know what I say at that time. I say I can still fight him.
You see the bell ding. You see yourself stagger to your feet, and you see Magnus walk over, fists raised. And though you don't remember it, you see hesitation before he knocks you out cold. And everyone cheers. I mean, there's also booing from the people who supported you, but in general, the crowd cheers when a fight's over. And there's the ref tries to raise Magnus's hand, but he wrenches it away from the ref. And they're gonna present him with the trophy, which he also declines and storms back to his dressing room.
Is my lady friend there?
Your lady friend's there. You see that she has not left your side, as you are unconscious.
A lot of mixed emotions that had been lost for the past few months, all come flooding back, and it's very emotional.
The scene shifts again. You're back in the dressing room with Magnus. The Weasley man with the incredible mustache walks in. He puts a stack of bills on the table. Magnus is sitting there, his hands and his face in his hands. Here's your cut, Magnus. Good job tonight. He turns around to leave, and Magnus gently clutches the bills in his right hand. But just before the mustached man leaves, the table goes flying backward. Magnus is there. He's behind the man. His hands are around the man's throat. You hear this sickening gurgle as this Weasley man chokes. Magnus says, "Unacceptable," and the man says, "Don't, you'll regret it." And the scene goes black before you hear the sickening snap of bone.
You choose enemies well.
Again, a single shaft of light illuminates an unconscious Magnus de Oswider on a circular platform. He's slightly in distance from you.
I'll walk over there.
You see now that he was bloody and bruised the first time you saw him, but he's still unconscious, but he's not bloody and bruised this time. He's just lying there sprawled out, his his Thule Society tattoo centermost in his chest.
I guess I'll just stand there in the shaft of light and reflect.
Suddenly, the Thule Society, the tattoo of the swastika on the Thule Society, rushes at you all at once like you're falling into it. The scene changes again.
No!
You see Nazi flags everywhere, a Nazi symbol on the floor.
Nazi.
Maester Osweider is sitting in a suit, and he's clutching a hat in his hands. The suit fits him bizarrely because he's hugely muscular, and even a tailored suit looks kind of weird on a really big muscular dude. Behind a desk with all of this Nazi paraphernalia is oh, you recognize this guy, Apollo?
Do I?
It's the strange Nazi medical officer that you remember from the castle, who came in and taunted you and your compatriots.
Yeah, I do remember that.
The good news, Mr. de Osweider, is that we can save your brother. The bad news is that it will cost you. Master Osweider's hat or hands, the grip on his hat tightens, and you can hear the fabric of the hat crinkle underneath the pressure. You must do something for us. There's a long pause, and you see regret in his eyes. Anything, he says. And the scene goes black. And then we're going to take a break.
All right, guys.
Alright.
Thanks for the stories, Rick. It was great. We're going to take a quick 2 to 3 minute break. I mean, we're a little bit over time for the hour, but that's all right. We'll be back for hour number 2 of this, so don't go anywhere. There's more to come.